All right. Ben can do the splits for all those.
Okay, what is it called, Ben? It's called you used to skate jam? What did you just say?
Skate jam.
So what did you just call it?
That like dancing on roller skates?
Explain yourself. Jam skate, he said.
He's trying to get a chair so he can sit down.
Jam skate.
I need to understand what a jam skate is, Ben.
This one is broken as well.
It's fine. Don't be a baby.
No, literally, look.
It's really broken.
Turn it upside down.
If you could jam skate, you can sit on a broken chair.
I thought you were like I thought you always sit on the stool anyway.
No.
I don't know why I said stool. But
That was Rory.
A stool.
Okay.
So now you can explain yourself.
Now
What's a
business.
jam skate? Do tell.
Hi, Haley, by the way.
Huh? Haley in the house with us today.
How you doing?
Yep. Haley,
Harry.
Elly, Jim.
What's up, people?
And Ben the jam skater.
is back, and Elly. Did I say Elly? I probably said Elly.
Yeah.
So
I like
jam
it when-
skating is dancing on skates.
Dancing on skates.
I did a competition. I won second in the state. FYI.
Are you serious?
You have a
Yeah.
trophy?
I do actually. Yeah. Well, it was a medal, but
What's it look like?
it's just metal with skates on it. It says second place.
So not
Tennessee jam
rollerblades,
skates.
skates.
Yeah, like speed skates.
He's like jam
I got
skating.
really big into it, like being fast and like. Just,
Yeah.
How did that come up for you in your life, jam skating?
I realized I wasn't good at basketball or baseball, and I was good at skating.
So
Impressive, actually.
So I started skating.
I got into rollerblades really big in college.
Yeah.
Like, I skated all over the freaking campus, man.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
weren't you a cop doing
I
it
worked
too,
for
or
the-
doing push-ups? There's something about push-ups there.
I'm telling you, that summer I was so fit. Like, so I worked for the police.
So rollerblades sit.
I worked for the police department, and I had the whole campus, and I would skate like crazy, and then do push-ups, do sit-ups all day long. Mm-hmm. Those were the days. Those were the good days.
The good old fitness days.
The good old
You don't
fitness
like
days.
these fitness days now?
I do. I really liked 19.
Yeah.
I really liked
Yeah.
Haley's age. Like,
Really?
Yeah.
I was just thinking about this the other day. Like, do you remember that song Fireflies?
Yeah.
Came out in like 2009.
No, but
and it
go
came
ahead.
on, and I texted my brother. I was like, I would
What are
do
you, like,
anything to go
6?
back to these days. No.
What do you like?
Those were I feel like 2008 and 2016 were like the best years.
Wait, how
Well,
old
my
were
bad,
you?
because you were 9. 2009, you were.
No, I was 8.
No, before double digits kicked in.
My bad.
Yeah, that's-
I'd give anything to go back to. I don't even remember.
I was
when
gonna say, I'm
eight.
impressed that
No,
you
I
remember
don't
8.
have to worry about
I'm
anything.
trying to think if I remember
Just
anything. So that would have
You're
been
right. It's
From-
good.
3rd grade.
Yeah. Third grade's memorable. I remember the
grade?
third grade.
Yeah.
Third grade was a
Third grade.
good year. She's not wrong. We had a guinea pig.
How far back can you remember? I can remember 6th grade.
I remember before we moved to Tennessee, one of my, and I only associate it with pain is the reason I remember it.
Oh no.
Before we moved to Tennessee, when my parents were separated the first time. Yeah, first time. I got separated 3 times, or got divorced.
And then
When I was like 5, got separated when I was like 10, and then when I was 15, they got divorced. So they could only handle each other for about 5 years. Anyway,
Take a break.
I digress. And so I was with my dad, and I remember I was in the bedroom, and I went to close the closet in my bedroom, and it had a track, like a track that kept the door from going either way, and I slid it over my toe and lost my toenail. That's all I remember. I was 4. Because it had to have been 4 because it was before we moved here. That's like
Right.
one of my earliest memories
Right.
Yeah.
that I can actually remember.
Early.
I try to think back. Like, I can remember 6th grade, and I can remember, so
You don't remember earlier grade teachers and
I
that?
can't really remember anything earlier than that. I remember, like, so we weren't allowed to listen to rock and roll music at my house. Like, I called
from the
those the
devil.
Jesus years.
The devil.
And I went to 6th grade at the new elementary school in Loveland, Colorado, and this kid had Another One Bites the Dust. Remember, heard that for the first time, and I learned all the words of that song.
Ethan.
Yeah, and I loved it.
Oh, for sure. Do you remember? You remember preschool? Do you remember preschool?
I don't remember.
I do.
I
Yeah, but
remember
that was
preschool.
like yesterday for you.
No, it wasn't.
It doesn't count.
It really
You
does.
don't count.
I mean, like we took naps on these little mats that were like
remember that from
single
kindergarten.
strings.
Panel mats.
Yeah, like
Do you-
wildly
how far do you
uncomfortable.
remember? You're way younger than us too.
I can't
I
really.
forget how young Ben is.
I
I do
know.
too.
Until he
'cause I
just
look
said
so
it.
old.
You're like an old soul.
But I've known Ben longer than anybody at this table as well.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
How long have you known him?
I mean, not like personally.
Yeah.
Like our moms worked together for probably 15, 20 years, right?
Yeah, long time.
Wow.
So I
That's
don't.
awesome.
Yeah.
Was your mom with O'Charlie's when they first opened?
Yeah, she was with
so
Applebee's before that. Because
Yeah, Mom worked at Applebee's, I think.
So they
Yeah.
worked together. Yeah, it was the only like chain restaurant in Cookeville.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, so our moms worked together.
What's
that's awesome.
What's the earliest birthday you remember? Because today is Silver's birthday, so we have some very. I can't wait to tell you about your birth year. But anyway,
We
what's the
don't
most
have to do any
memorable
of that,
birthday?
actually.
Oh,
We could
it's
just talk.
Jesus
It's
was born
good.
that year, right?
He was. That was.
you guys. You're gonna die when you hear what happened the
That
year
was the
Jim
day
was
the
born.
dinosaurs died, actually, right?
1492 BC.
Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
Can I just
Are
at
we
least?
allowed to say that anymore? Is
Yes.
he?
I knew Jesus.
You did?
Wait,
Yes.
what year were you born?
I was born in 1968.
Get this.
Oh,
You
wow.
want to know what the
Good year.
headline of that year is?
Good year.
According to Smithsonian Magazine, the year that shattered America.
Oh.
It said the title was 1968 was a year of triumphs and tragedies.
Wow. And here I
You
am.
had some crazy stuff happen in 1968.
There's like a lot of similarities between now and 1969, right?
I
I
haven't.
saw that somewhere.
I haven't gotten
Kennedy?
that far. No, Kennedy was 68 with
I'm saying,
America,
was he a president in '68?
No, I don't know.
but he was
I
assassinated
really
in
don't know.
68.
Oh, so he would have been president. Still.
Right. He would have been.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go.
Yeah. I was just one. So I don't know.
He did, but
I should know more of the history, but yeah.
That was the year the 747 was introduced and we orbited the moon, but not all was well down on Earth.
It's so weird. 60. I was born in 68. That is so weird. I don't feel old, but man.
Wow, you're a year older than my dad?
Am I really?
No. Dad's 2 years older than you. Sorry, he's 66.
I'm 52 today.
Dad's 63. Mom is 66.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so dad's 5 years older than you.
Martin
Mom
Luther
is
King Jr. was also assassinated that year.
Wow. It is really weird. Like, I am way old enough to be your dad. Like,
Yeah, my mom
my
is-
daughters are
My mom
way
is
older
a year
than you.
older than you.
Your mother is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Jim, you're technically old enough to be my father.
it's true.
Sorry.
Wait,
It's true. No, it's okay. I'm good with it.
how old would you be if you were his dad?
When I was born, I was
Yeah.
born in 87, so he'd have been
20?
20, 19, 20.
I was 19.
19?
I turned
Oh.
19 in 87.
Oh, yeah.
I graduated from high school in 1987. Jesus, that's so weird.
What year were you born?
2000.
Okay, so at least I hadn't
Jeez.
graduated by the time you were
Right.
born.
How old
I hadn't
were
even
you?
started high school yet. My first day of high school was September 11th, 2001.
Yeah.
My first day of high school.
I wasn't, yeah, oh, yeah, I wasn't one yet.
It's so weird. Like all of these kinds of things, like, to have a birthday today, I was just talking to Hillary just now.
Oh, and Hillary's a birthday,
Yeah.
nut.
Well, it's really good. What she had to say was really good. She's saying, hey, I think you should celebrate.
Yeah.
You should go hard. And I really want to think that.
Right.
I really have tried to be like, hey, let's make this a big deal.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's kind of like, I really don't care.
I don't care,
But
yeah.
you just want to keep moving.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like happy. I love my life.
I want to be able to do what I want to do on my birthday.
There you go.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I
good.
want to celebrate, but I don't want
Yeah.
you to tell me what I can't do today.
Yeah.
I want you to be nice to me today.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I want. We got to go to Mount Rushmore on my birthday. That was fun.
Nice.
That was cool. Yeah.
That's right.
That's-
Because you
Good day.
just had your birthday.
Yeah.
I feel
We
like
were
that's
out
right
west.
up your
Yeah.
your
It was
birthday
fun.
alley.
I'm going to have an adult
Yours is
beverage
coming
this
up
evening.
too, right?
Yep.
October
Ooh,
1st, did
we
you
should
say?
just Zoom
right.
call
I'm gonna get you a
that,
one
know?
blade for your
We
birthday.
can celebrate
A one blade?
Yeah.
2 years.
Nah,
I already ordered
Taps
it.
didn't give me one.
No, I already ordered it. Told her
Yes,
not
2
to.
years.
did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice of you.
Yes.
Presents are supposed to be like a surprise, though.
Oh, sorry. But I don't want Tabitha to ruin it because I said I was going to get you a one blade.
Oh, okay, I'll let her know.
Yeah.
When's your birthday? October what?
First.
Nice.
Hmm.
24?
Yep.
Gosh,
So young.
I can't even.
24.
24.
I wouldn't go back to 24 if I could. I mean, I'm not. I'd go back to 30 if I could
think
go back.
I'd go back to 24.
Would you? I'd go back 26,
Still-
27 maybe.
Still competing. If I knew what I know now at
Yeah.
24,
Gosh.
30s were good years though, because like in your 20s you're still sorting it out. You know, like the frontal lobe of your brain doesn't even quit growing until you're 25. So there's nothing wrong with that. It's just like you're still sorting it out, and then
you're still an idiot.
You're still sorting it out,
I'm
Ben.
still gonna do
According to
it.
Did
Silver.
you see that Mayhem Monday where I gave Ben a little dad talk?
no.
Actually, I'm gonna talk to Brian about getting some life insurance.
Yeah. Yeah. We were sitting there. What were we talking about? You're like, I don't think I'm going to wear a helmet.
Yeah,
We're mountain biking. I was like, you're going to wear a helmet. He's like, wow. I'm like, you have a kid now. I said, when you're young, like I've done many stupid things. I rode 4-wheelers really fast without helmets, motorcycles, all that. I said, You have kids now. You have a kid. You have a wife that depends on you. I said, you don't even have life insurance. So what happens? You leave your wife as a single mother.
Right.
Like, come on, man.
No. Put the helmet on.
Put the helmet on. Just wear a freaking helmet. And he was like, oh, all right.
But granted, I did not realize that mountain biking was so like high
Aggressive?
risk. Yeah,
Yeah,
aggressive.
dude, yesterday was the most high risk mountain biking I've ever done.
How many
Yeah.
times did you fall?
Can't count.
A bunch?
You
Well, I
went-
mean, some
what?
like I would come off the bike, like I'd be on my feet, but the bike had slidden out, probably landed on my side or on my back or three times.
Yeah.
It was like mountain biking on ice, was it not?
I literally flipped over my handlebars and landed on my back.
What?
It was that slippery.
Yeah.
Why
There's
did
a
it
pretty
have-
good clip that we have of me eating it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
jeez.
On the bridge too.
Huh? On
Off
a
the
bridge.
bridge.
Yeah, so there's like
What?
So as you're riding through, they've built a bunch of bridges through the woods,
Oh,
and
jeez.
they're just wood,
Yeah.
like 2x4s, but they
Right.
sit out there and get wet and get moss and whatever. So Chase had ridden the trails the week before, and he was like, "Hey, anytime you get to one of these bridges, get off your bike." He's like, "If it's straight, you can probably get by on it, but just be careful."
Yeah.
He said, "But there's one that does kind of like this little warp thing."
Yeah, don't try to turn.
He's like, don't just walk it. And so I went over the first couple, like gingerly. And like one time I kind of grabbed my back brake and it just like, I was like, whoa, that was interesting. And I came to the one that was just like this. And I was like, I got this, Chase. Ate shit. I mean, hard. It's pretty good. Like I was going at a pretty good clip because I was like, I'm just going to motor right through it. Hit it. I slide through and the bike just gone.
No control.
Which is actually pretty lucky too, is
Yeah.
that bridge, because there were some bridges with a pretty big drop off.
Yeah. I rode a couple more like an idiot because I didn't learn my lesson, but I did not touch my brakes anymore.
I rode all of them because the one I got off on, my shoes were
Oh,
more
it's so
slick
slick, too,
than
yeah.
like the bike was.
Yeah, even on the run, there was
Yeah.
a couple bridges, and you'd have to like.
Were you
Okay.
clipped in or no?
I was clipped in, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But my clips are pretty loose to where if I make a quick movement out to the left, I'm just train my brain to my feet go out, then my feet come out most of the
Okay,
time.
he's right. We would have died.
Elly, you would have died.
I now
Haley
now,
tried to do
now
that.
that
Haley
you
tried
say
to
that, I
argue-
get it.
She tried to
You
argue
didn't
with me. I
explain
was
that
like,
at all. Had I known,
I said, Haley, it was smart you didn't go because you would have gotten hurt. I
Yeah.
said, Elly, you might have really gotten hurt because you think you're better than you are.
excuse
And
me.
it was
what is that
really-
supposed to mean?
It was a 15-mile bike ride, but it was probably actually like a 12-mile bike ride, because I mean, like all the walking I did in between,
Yeah.
probably added up to about 3
And then
miles.
it's actually like the work capacity of like a 30 or 40 mile bike ride.
So where did you feel like the pro dudes? There was a bunch of pro guys there, but where did you feel like?
So I rode with a guy that he said he'd done a bunch of like Xterra World Championship races. And
Right.
I mean, it was wet, so the conditions are completely different and it evens the playing fields to idiots like me. And so I'm riding behind him and he's like, you can go by me. And I was like, I said, I'm following the line you're doing, so this is probably better for me. And I have enough athleticism and stupidity that I would hurt myself. Like,
Right.
And so I went by him once because I was like, I think I got this, ate shit. And then he got by me again. And then I went by him. I think we switched back and forth a couple times. And then I actually kind of went off and left him and then another guy. I passed like 2 or 3 people. One guy blew by me like I was standing still, and I never saw him again. It was like a
Wow.
ghost. It was insane.
So you beat him out of the water, but then on the bike he was gone.
This guy, like, hammered it.
Right.
I don't understand how you could go this fast on a mountain bike. And this
Right.
guy it was impressive. And then so I got passed physically by one person and then nobody else. And then I went off track.
You got lost.
I didn't get lost. Like I could have gotten back, but I went off course. So
Okay.
like there was a part that was downhill and it was like this rhythm section. And it was one of the more fun parts because it was a lot of traction. Remember that it was like white gravel. It wasn't
Oh yeah,
gravel.
that was a good part
It
of the
was
track.
fun,
And
right?
the last like 3 miles was pretty good.
Well, so you're like going down and through. Well, apparently they'd closed part of the course because there was another bridge that was treacherous. Oh. And there was a
Treacherous,
hard
wow.
right. Do you remember this?
That's where I wrecked.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I never saw that hard right.
Yeah.
And I just kept going because I was flying and having fun. Like I'm, got my seat all the way down and I'm just like pumping through this. And so I get down and I'm keep riding and then all of a sudden it's caution tape just ends. And then there's another trail and it says do not enter and then there's caution tape. So what do? You go under the caution tape, of course. So I was like, no, they just screwed
Naturally.
up, like. And so I'm riding, I'm like, this isn't right. And I get to the road. Well, I get to the road because there's parts where you have to go to the road to the next trail, and all the arrows are pointing back this way. And I'm like, son of a. So I rode back up this hill. Probably, in all, I probably lost 5 minutes there. Sat there at the one spot and waited for somebody to come through,
right.
and then followed him out. And what happened was I just missed that. But turns out, so we went back kind of up and around, and then came back to that same road.
Right.
And all the arrows are still pointing this way, but they went. And so I was like, screw it, I'm going. And we got back. But it was like, honestly, it probably was a little faster. I cut off the corner,
right.
big corner, but whatever. But what pissed me off was Chase beat me by like 30 seconds.
Right.
I finished the run. And I'm like, what's he doing here? Did he get hurt and drop out? Something happened?
Right.
Did he get
And he's
hurt?
like, when did I pass you? I was like, you didn't pass me. But he passed me when
you took your detour.
Yeah, when I took my detour. So
that's hilarious.
I lost about 4 or 5 spots there. Like those 3 guys that I passed.
Yeah.
I caught back up to the back guy there and just kind of was riding behind him for a little while. So I was like, gosh dang it.
Your swim time was like 4th or 5th,
Sixth,
right?
yeah, I think it's 6th.
Fifth.
Wow.
17:34 something.
That's
like that.
awesome.
So it was good. It was
That sounds like fun.
It does sound like fun.
I took off way too hard. It was super foggy too, so you couldn't really see the buoys. So I was getting a little like
It was sketchy.
I was gonna stay behind somebody, and swam hard to the first buoy because the first buoy was way out because you couldn't even. So there were sight buoys, and then you had the actual turn buoys. And the first, I thought we were just gonna swim around there, and it was gonna be right there, and it was like a ways
very
past
far
there.
away.
It was far out there. And then I got a little. I thought I'd screwed up because usually my heart rate never gets super high on a swim.
Yeah.
And my arms were a little like jello-y, and I was like,
Ooh, if you tingle, you know you're in trouble.
I'm in trouble. And so I slowed down a touch, but not really that much at all, but just calmed down a little bit. Because you get in that like initial, we all started in the water, but it was a cannonball shot or whatever. Anybody who was 39 and under went at the same time.
It seemed like everyone started out doggy paddle or something. What was that whole like half in, half out like?
I don't know. We were all just sitting there ready to go, and then took
I don't know. I
off.
saw a video.
Some guy was smacking me in the back of the head for like 100 meters. Yeah.
I didn't really have
That always
100
drives me
meters,
crazy.
literally,
It's like
yeah.
move over.
I usually
Yeah.
shoot way out to the left or right,
Yeah.
just to get out of that crap.
Yeah.
But we kind of like settled into like a streamline. There was like 4 or 5 of us that were all together, like in a line. Where did you swim at? How long did it take you?
21, I think.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Nelson was 47.
47.
What was the picture? I saw a picture of Jay Webb praying for him before he went in the water.
We all prayed, but our group kind of prayed a little short power prayer.
I kind of said as like a short joke to Chase, is like, anybody pray for us?
Yeah.
He was like, Rich, pray.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, let's pray.
Everybody panic.
Traditionally,
Yeah.
there's
we always pray
there's
before.
an
Yeah.
acknowledgement.
This was a little bit more fun.
This seemed
was not like
this
a race.
seemed, though, the picture that I saw seemed like
Brian
He was
was
concerned.
legitimately worried that he might not. Like he almost backed out several times. Like, yeah, I'm honestly, like, we talk trash about Brian. What I'm proud of, like, there were several people that backed out. Brian, it took
did
him
it.
5 hours.
I don't know.
I
He was
looked
the
at his.
last. They were cleaning everything up, and
Yeah.
you can make fun of whatever.
Yeah.
He did it. He finished
that's
it.
incredible.
He didn't quit, and that's what to me. I'm like, all right, that's cool.
That's
I wanted
impressive.
to be careful. I wanted to be sure. I made fun of him about driving the go-kart, but I wanted to give him props.
Heck yeah.
Because that dude got in the water.
Yep.
He doesn't
Yeah.
swim a ton.
or
He's
at
a
all.
good mountain bike rider.
Yeah, he's not bad. Yeah,
But like he made that happen.
he made
Let's
it happen.
be clear. This is not like a sprint triathlon. Like a certain level of fitness, you can fake a sprint triathlon. You cannot fake the distance that they did. 1,200 meters.
This was not a
you
sprint
know,
triathlon either, really. I mean, this
Yeah.
was a 2 hour.
That's what I'm saying. It's not a sprint.
It took me
was
2 hours
long.
and 55 minutes,
Yeah,
and I never
that's a-
once like stopped.
Wow.
That's
Even
a
on my run,
longer-
like I didn't walk until there was this mountain run that you had to do. It was basically straight up on that last mile.
That
It's the
sucked.
only spot I walked. Like, and other than that, like moving the entire time.
Wow.
Well,
That's awesome.
I was interested to see how long the race took, so I looked at Brian's rings or whatever, and I couldn't even do the math. I'm like 60 into. I was like, oh my gosh,
It
that
took
race was long.
Brian, yeah, it
but
was.
meaning like that was, I'm very impressed. Like that's almost the time, well, kind of the time domain of a half Ironman.
Yeah, so
Wow.
like you look, Brian's total time here was. Let me pull it up. You guys keep talking, but
What's
What
the
do you-
longest endurance event you've ever done, Hales?
How long was that triathlon we did last year? It was only like an hour, right?
That was like a sprint. Yeah.
I guess the marathon row.
It took Brian 4 hours and 51 minutes.
Good for him,
Wow.
man.
Okay, that is the time domain of a half Ironman.
It took me.
Is he okay today? We need to check on him.
Didn't he like
Props
hurt
to
his
him.
break his thumb or
break
something?
his thumb.
Yeah.
255.
That's
255.44. Chase was the fastest in our group at 255.10. The guy that won it was like 213, 2.
How is that even
two something.
possible?
It was
That's
impressive.
so awesome, man.
What
Somebody can
pace
do
were you
that.
running was it 5 miles?
4.5. I have no idea. I ran it in 49.
I
My
can't do
49 minutes was 14th overall.
Wow.
That was the most like heartbreaking thing was to come because they make it where it's like a loop and you come back down to where you start.
Yeah.
And it's like you see everybody, you see the finish line. I mean, I didn't see the finish line, but you see where everybody's at, you know. And I was like, oh man, that run was like a piece of cake. And you get there, and she's like, run through the tracks, up the hill, and I was like, what?
Luckily, one of our buddies looked it up and looked on Strava to see the elevation change, and he sent it to me. And so you're like, it's kind of up, down, up, down. I mean, the first 3 miles you go up, but you kind of like go up and down, but you go up this area, up and down, and then you come back down, and then literally you spike double of what you went up already,
wow.
and in the last mile. And so it was real. And so you're you think you're done, but you're not done at all. And so
I literally walked for 15 seconds and I would stop for 5 the whole way uphill. That's real.
Yeah, I just would push my hands into my knees. Ben, you were 345
Nice.
overall.
That's a lot of work.
Rory
Wow.
did really good.
Ben was 31st. Rory was.
That was his first triathlon too, right? That's a
They
big
said
one.
Rory like had a sandwich and all this stuff.
Between
Oh, who
stages,
said
I heard
that?
Jen
That's so
said he had a
funny.
sandwich.
Rory actually beat Rory by 5 minutes. 350 was Rory.
I messed up too. I had a 4-minute transition time between
4 minutes?
between the swim and the bike. Yeah. Well, like I got down,
Yeah.
I like sit down my crate, I started
Yeah.
drying my feet off, I put some
I
socks
think
and
it's
shoes
different
on.
because it's a
Ate some
longer.
gummies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My first transition was 104,
Well, I saw Jake Sparks
Wow.
come out of the water though. I was like,
and my
oh.
second was 102.
Yeah, that top guy's transition was like 30 seconds.
26 seconds.
Yeah.
26 seconds.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
These guys are
impressive.
serious. I heard J Webb got stung by a beast.
They
Like,
said J
oh,
Webb.
yeah. How did J Webb and
Did
Jake
you come
do?
up on J Webb at the J Webb? Didn't he? In his defense, he had a hardtail bike, and that would be miserable.
Oh, possible.
Lockhart said he rode past him, and
Yeah.
he's standing there like pretty upset
He'd
about.
fallen off his bike. He'd been hit, whatever,
Oh,
like
God.
multiple
Yeah.
times, and
Yeah.
then gets stung by a bee. Jordan said he's in the middle.
Insult to injury.
Said he's in the middle of the woods yelling, "F this!"
And he's like the most
most
composed
chill,
person
like-
ever.
Like the most chill. You talk about the least emotional person ever.
Yeah.
It's J
Wow.
Webb. So
is-
Jordan was 420, 42, and Jake Lockhart was 421 even.
How'd Sparks do?
Jake Sparks beat both of them at 359.29.
Wow.
Jake Sparks is.
What a
I love
stud.
Jake.
He's
Jake's
good
awesome.
on a mountain bike, isn't he?
He's a former
And he had your
motocross
bike.
guy, and then he
Yeah.
had Haley's
Oh, yeah.
bike.
He's the story of the
hookup.
year in my
Yeah.
mind.
Jake's
Jake's
probably
Sparks.
one of our better success stories for sure.
I always ask him, do we have a before
He
and
killed it.
after of Jake?
We have one from when we did Murph together one year, and you see him now. It's incredible.
We have to.
Hey, some of that is thanks to Plated Meal Prep Company.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You too.
That's-
Oh.
That no
Helped
longer
lose 30
exists.
pounds.
That went-
But yeah, Jake, we get back, and Jake, I was like, never doing it again. I was like, what? He's like, I hate mountain biking. I'll get on a road. I was like, F that. I'd rather get on a mountain bike. And he had a good mountain bike,
Yeah,
too.
he had mine.
No, not that Jake. Jake Lockhart.
Oh.
Oh, did he really? He had a
He
good bike?
hated it.
Really?
He took it, the
Why?
bike took him 3 hours, right? To like 250 or something.
The bike took him 250-51.
yeah, that's what he said.
I
He was
feel
like,
that would have been like.
he's like, I've got other
That's
It's like
hobbies.
angry.
3 hours in the woods.
I'm good.
Honestly, that was the most fun. It was the hardest, probably most like mentally challenging and just kind of frustrating. But it was the most fun part of the whole deal. Run wasn't terrible either. I mean, swim was so not short, but usually those swims on those things are like 400 meters, and then
Right.
you're on
Yeah.
a bike for an hour and a half, and then
Right.
you're running for an hour. So it's like
Right.
I liked that the swim was actually
longer.
comparable per se. It still wasn't that
What?
bad.
How's that compared to what you guys do at Bob's course? Like, was it
so
pretty
it would
similar?
be all the way down
Yeah.
and then to the middle.
to back
To the middle. Yeah. So really not that bad.
Wow.
This was it was hard though because it was, like I said, it was super foggy. You you could barely see that first buoy, and then once you got your, like, I had tinted
That's the
goggles,
worst.
I couldn't see it at all.
Yeah, I had tinted goggles.
Couldn't see it at all. I was just literally following the person
Yeah.
in front of me. If they would have swam off completely, I would have just been...
Just
It was
kept
like
swimming off.
gorillas in the mist or something. Like just far off, I'd see somebody and be like,
Yep.
okay, I gotta go there.
Yeah, that's where I'm going. I'd look for an arm or a splash, and I'd be like, "Oh, go there."
The Instagram looked like
It did.
really murky.
Oh,
did
yeah, I
look
didn't see the
cute.
Instagram.
Yeah, it looked like it was
Who posted
foggy
it?
and I don't know.
I think
Maybe it was
Mayhem
on your
Athlete
story or
reposted
Mayhem
it
Athlete
from
or
the
something.
photographer.
Oh, okay,
guy.
gotcha.
So there were like 3 or 4 videos.
Scott's
of,
working on it should be a pretty good
Yeah.
video. Like I said, only about half the mountain bike is on there. Me getting lost is not on there. I lost the GoPro at one point.
Oh, you had a GoPro.
I had
on.
2 GoPros. I had one on my
Wow.
helmet and one facing me, but the one facing me just kept facing the sky, and I wasn't fixing it. I was like, "Screw this!" And then at
Yeah.
one point, it rattled off, and I was like, "Peace, bro."
It fell off.
It fell off. Somebody found it on the trail and brought it back.
Oh,
though.
that's
So,
awfully nice.
yeah. But I
That's
Did
a
you- was
true
it on the
competitor
trail?
right there. He's
Yeah.
like,
You were
GoPro?
thing?
Nah.
I didn't see anything.
somebody said that multiple people were like, "I saw a GoPro in the middle of the trail." I was like, "Yeah, it was mine." I didn't even care. I was like, "Meh." At one point,
And no one picked it up.
So I had my whoop on my ankle because the swim, I can't swim with it on my wrist because
Yeah,
it'll
I
move
put it on
around.
my ankles, yeah.
And I was running, and somehow, like I was going around some rocks, and my foot clipped it and unclipped it.
Oh, no.
And so I had to run back and grab it.
Oh, gosh.
Oh wow.
I'm surprised you went back and got it.
That I wasn't going to, and I was like, I just want to see that data.
Yeah.
Because I had the
Oh,
heart
yeah.
rate data, but
Oh,
it
what was your
wasn't.
strain yesterday?
My strain was 20.4 finally.
Wow. So all you have to
Mine
do
was
is endurance sports.
20.5.
My swim,
So-
or the entire triathlon, like until I turned it off at 3 hours, so 2:57, I guess. I burned 20. It says
Oh
it says
my
I
gosh.
burned 2,844 total calories, but I had 2,477 active calories. So I'm like,
Wow.
at what point was I not active in
Yeah.
that whole thing? So that's the part I don't get.
I think it's when your body's like still burning. Like,
Oh,
your
maybe.
insides.
And so my average for that whole time was 159.
Wow.
And then my high was 176.
I'll tell you what's weird about the Whoop, Jim.
Yeah,
It was
hit me.
last night. Took a little nap, and then I woke up and wanted some coffee, and all I had was like espresso. So I just like made an espresso pour over. So it was like 10 ounces of espresso, and I drank it all.
Yeah.
And we're sitting on the couch watching Baywatch, and my phone Whoop notifies me and says, "Notice a strain."
Wait, old Baywatch or new Baywatch?
The new one. Yeah. My Whoop says strain activity detected or something.
Right.
It's like from 6:40 to 7:02.
You sent that to me with a question mark. I
Yeah,
was like, I don't know.
So I
Ben.
opened it up, said my heart rate got up to 170, and it was at average 136 for like 20 minutes.
From your espresso?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I was sweating bullets. Like I was,
Oh, my gosh.
but I didn't
see-
realize it was got
But
that
that's
high.
funny because like last night at about 6 o'clock, we came out here and were riding carts, and it didn't detect anything. And I guarantee my heart rate was elevated because I mean you saw like we're working.
Yeah,
like you're
yeah.
not just sitting in a chair.
You're fighting it,
Like
yeah.
it's I don't know, it's weird.
It was really random.
That's the one thing I don't.
I usually I feel fine about who I am as a person,
Yeah.
you know, but I looked at your strain, both
Yeah.
of you guys yesterday, and I was like, I'm a piece of dung.
Yeah, it's,
Like,
yeah. What
Because
was
you guys,
your-
this was like 20 and mine was like 7 or
Yeah.
something. I didn't do anything all day yesterday.
That's
Mine will
how the
never be that
Apple
high
Watch
again,
is, too.
probably.
Yeah.
What was your guys' recovery today after the race yesterday?
What do you mean? What was our recovery?
the
My
Whoop
recovery
one.
is like 40 something or 30
Like,
something.
is your body supposedly tired today or not really?
49. Honestly,
yeah,
I
okay.
feel fine. I twisted my ankle about halfway through the run, so that wasn't fun. Not like it's one that you can walk on still
Yeah,
and
yeah.
almost walk normal. It's swollen a little bit, but it was one of those as I'm running downhill, and anytime my foot would evert a little bit, it felt like my bones were rubbing together. I was just
Tweak it.
like,
I will
Yeah.
say this is actually really good for ankle sprains.
I'll try it.
It actually reduced the
How high?
inflammation.
How high have you got the strain? What's the
That was
highest?
the highest, 20.4.
What about you?
I think mine usually was like 20.6. By the end of the day.
Especially in the recent time that I've had it for 18 days now.
I've got mine to 17.
At one point, I had it 20.7, and before when I used to have it.
I was like 17.8 or something at one point, and I was working out, and I wanted to get it to 18.
Yeah.
And I went out real quick, and I rode 1,000 meters as hard as I could go, and I got it to 17.8, and I got up, and I was like, I got to go home. Like I can't. I'm not rowing any
This
further.
wedding's horse shit. Said I wanted salmon. Said it 3 times.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah. It was fun. I would do I'll do more of those. I don't know. Honestly, after doing that, I don't know if I'll ever do a road triathlon again.
Would you do like Xterra or something like that?
I would love to. That's what this was. It was Modus is what was the organizer.
Are there any Xterras this year anymore?
I don't know.
What's Xterra?
I would do that, and I would like to do some like real mountain biking and like some relays where you do 24 hour
that'd be
relays.
fun. I've always wanted to do one of those.
So that would be fun.
I would like to get into mountain biking because I could, I'm not injured when I'm on the bike, so to speak.
Well, you could get into it, but
Well, I mean, like, your body, your muscles, your
You
tendons.
can ride back with me.
Yeah.
I want to really, like we started building those trails a couple years ago. I want to start at the bottom this time.
That'd be
and build
awesome.
some at the bottom that we can get to
quickly.
Because the problem was we built them at the top and we had no way up to them. So
it would be really cool to be able to like just jump on the bike at the barn, blaze up there,
that and have some running, like some cool trail running trails. Because it's honestly, my knee was a little sore, but running in the woods and on dirt versus running on pavement, I feel so much better.
I need science to catch up, and I need the scientists to get me some new meniscus. Let's get that going.
They have
people.
meniscus replacements apparently now. They're working on.
I'm interested.
You might be able to get into a test group for them.
That's what I want.
When I was having a ton of trouble, mine's pretty good now. It's chilled out. It's it's not great. There's some days that are better than others.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll be a test dummy for it because I was
absolutely.
in that much pain.
Holy smokes!
But
if I could go back and because I love to run.
Really,
and I just can't.
do it.
My meniscus just hurts.
Yeah.
It's just
honestly, this is the most I've ran probably in the last ever. Honestly, I think volume wise because. Run about 4 miles twice a week, but all on that assault runner, and my knees feel great. The assault runner makes a big difference.
That's awesome
for me.
Weren't you a runner?
Yeah.
That was your thing back in the day?
Runner.
Yeah, she still can go.
I feel like
I think you should do triple three.
I would have went to
eventually
college for
this
running
fall.
if I didn't do CrossFit.
Really?
Yeah.
You could have been a cross country runner.
In college, I think
Heck
so.
yeah.
If I was stuck with it.
That's awesome.
It's a way to go. Well, you guys, the next triathlon's in, California's, the next one's in France, the next Xterra.
Not doing that.
But there's one in Montana in September.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
And there's one in Tahoe in September.
That would be
All
fun,
the other
too.
ones have been canceled or postponed.
Those are Xterras? Mm-hmm. What are the distances on those?
I don't know. Let me click on this one. Let's click on Tahoe and see.
Ben, were you clipped in? Did you have?
No, I just wore like track cleats.
Yeah, very good. And that's why you were having trouble when you were trying to walk across the wood because it was slippery.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, they're like, I don't know if are those track cleats or are they like trail shoes? I don't really know.
Which ones?
The ones I wore. Those
They're trail
Reebok ones
shoes.
you guys.
Yeah, they're trail shoes from the games.
Yeah, they still weren't very good though. And the problem too was like the pedals would get so muddy and like your tires get so caked in like that clay mud. Like it just really didn't matter what you were on because you were going to slide going up a hill.
Right. Interesting. That's awesome, man. What a cool event.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Like as far as, and I still stand by my statement previous to what we talked about before with road triathlons versus trail triathlons, where I feel like as far as aerobic capacity goes,
Yeah.
a road one is you're going to have a superior, somebody who's superior at that type of stuff, but an
Right.
overall athlete,
Yeah.
definitely
For sure that there's no question that it's more, you've got to be more athletic.
Yeah.
Because you've got to be able to,
You have to have honed those
Proprioception.
specific skills. I don't know that it's
Yeah.
a judge of overall
It is
athleticism.
overall
If
athleticism.
you take a person who's never done the race before and you take a bunch of athletes, that levels a playing field. If it's someone that's worked on the skill, I think that's different. You can't just say someone who...
That's with anything, though, Elly.
yeah, but I mean, like for sure, if we're going to talk about just riding straight for a bunch of miles and then up and down and moving and sliding and all that, you definitely got to be more athletic to be
Yeah, I agree.
on a mountain bike.
And so if we're talking about what we believe as
Functional.
function or overall fitness, it's somebody who is fitter than an Xterra or a trail triathlon. That athlete would be fitter.
Yeah. I don't know. I won't argue with that.
Were you like, did you wake up hungry today at all?
Woke up yesterday. I was starving all day long and thirsty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you did it fasted, which
You
is
did
worth,
it
is worth
fasted?
I
noting.
did it fasted. I was
What?
I had a plan in case I got into it.
Did you eat during it? You started it fasted. I didn't know if you consumed any calories,
I
nutrition.
did the whole thing fasted.
Right on.
Yeah, I
And fasted to one.
fasted till 1 after that.
Wow. And you never got.
No, honestly, I felt great. I ate enough like the day before to make sure I'd have enough for that morning. And then I had a plan, like if I started to feel like I was going to, needed it.
What was
But
your
at
plan?
no point. I had some like gels and I had like Advocare Rehydrate gels, have some.
Are you still doing that? Are you still fasting? Mm-hmm. Yeah?
Yeah.
You figured it out and you like it.
So far.
Yeah, very cool.
I mean, again, it's because I don't sleep. Like, I get maybe 5.5 hours of sleep.
What?
Right now, just because I have to wake up at 5 to get here.
How
So
you go to
Right.
sleep?
I try to be asleep, getting ready for bed at 9:30, but usually don't get to sleep till 10:30. So
Right.
because of that, I still feel like I'm amazed with how well I feel. Like, I don't wake up feeling like puffy or like,
Right.
so that kind of blows my mind about it. So,
I hate it when I wake up feeling puffy.
oh,
I mean, just, that whole...
your eyes don't feel puffy
Never.
ever?
When I would eat in the mornings, that's how I would feel. Like as soon as I got up.
Talking to your
I feel
microphone,
like
Haley.
I feel like my stomach. As soon as something went into my stomach, it just bloated in the mornings.
Really?
Bloated.
Yeah.
Like
Like, I feel like that's what happened.
I drank so much
Yes.
Gatorade yesterday on that bike.
Did you?
I felt like when I got to
Oh,
the
the
run,
simple sugars
I
will
was
mess you up.
fat.
I
was
just
a fat
had,
boy.
It makes you like,
And I did what you said. I got the powder and I put that in my Gatorade.
yeah, you could concentrate.
Oh
Nice,
man,
Ben.
I was
good work.
heavy.
I just had,
Even today, I still feel a little like.
I had some like trace minerals.
Watery.
That was it
Yeah.
in water. And
The
that's what I
Tahoe-
was sipped on.
This distance, actually, the exterior distance sound rad. It's 1,500 meter swim, 22-mile mountain bike, 5-mile trail run.
22
That's
miles.
awesome, man.
But they
That's so cool.
each one
Oh my
also has a sprint. Xteraplanet.com.
22-mile
Let's go to Tahoe. I want to do this. This sounds fun.
It's a lot.
Whenever I got done, I was so hot. I just wanted some water in my head. And they had like all these coolers out there, and I went out there and like it was ice cold water, and I was like, oh yeah, I started pouring it all over myself. And then
Was it the electrolyte?
yeah, I
water?
went to drink it, and I realized it was sugar water. I poured sugar water all
It
over
wasn't. It
myself.
wasn't sugar water. It was just electrolytes in the water.
Well, I
There
noticed
wasn't-
it was sweet, and I was like, I just poured sugar water all over myself.
Yeah, it wasn't like it didn't have any real sweetener, and it was just like. But yeah,
Yeah.
It's awesome.
nice.
I was like, that wasn't water.
I have never, like, speaking of consuming food, and it's totally awesome. Like, you do all the things right. I'm not making fun of you, but I have never seen such a small athletic person eat as much as you eat. Like,
That's funny because Rich thinks I doesn't eat.
I've never
so-
once seen her eat. So,
Oh,
and if I ever hear of her eating, she's like, "Well, I ate a salad."
no.
Like you just did one of the hardest
Please
workouts
tell
I've
him.
seen, and you ate an effing salad.
Please
We went to
tell
the
him.
McAllister's, and the waiter brought out like 3 entrees and set them down. And he was like, "Okay, who is this for?" He's looking around the table, and he was like, "Oh, that's all for me." And he didn't believe her. She had like a potato that's the size of my head, and
Oh,
a
do tell us
salad.
about the
good.
spud. That's your latest thing is the
It's
spud.
so good.
And she
It's
ate
like,
it all.
Oh yeah, easy. I couldn't
Smashed
eat
it.
more. I did that the other night and then went to Smoothie King after
Not a girl.
and got the 32 ounce.
I always get the 32 ounce.
Games training.
Oh, jeez. Game
They know me
It's fine.
like they know my order by heart over
What
there
do
at
you- what do
Smoothie
you
King.
get?
Where at? Oh,
Smoothie King, yeah.
At Dunkin' Donuts sometimes, like when I go through, they'll be like, sometimes I can't decide between cold brew and like iced coffee. She'll say, "You want the cold brew today?"
Oh,
Oh,
that's
I'm
nice.
like,
She
yeah,
can
you're
see
right.
you?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, because they have a camera.
You want the cold brew today? Star Wars.
Oh,
You didn't get that. That was
No.
good.
Where they like change his mind. He's like, I'll have Snapchat. No, you'll have cold brew.
I've never seen that. Sorry,
little Jedi trick
Star
there.
Wars guy.
I like it. No, Hales can put away some food. She's,
I know. Thank you.
It's good. She can go, and I'm proud of her.
Good.
It's good. She's doing the right thing.
Got way behind on ads here.
Oh, yeah.
Mayhem Athlete programming. Jump in. If you want to do the workouts with us, 8:15, 8:30, 8:45, 9 o'clock this morning. We start
yeah.
at 8. The live stream starts at 8:30, but all of our packages get you access to that. Elly doing the M30 with Everyday Athlete package. Yeah, so we have 2 packages essentially. If you want to compete, go to the competitor side. You get access to basically everything that we offer. The Everyday Athlete, you'll get access to M60 and M30. And right now, those sessions are pretty close to what we're doing in the morning, so you can kind of do it along with us. The affiliate programming, it's going, rock and rolling. We use it here at Mayhem. And then Josh kind of goes through and makes sure everything's right. scales what we need to scale. You know, if we missed the mark on stuff, because you write stuff up sometimes and it doesn't go quite according to plan. And then we put it out 2 weeks later to you guys, and Darren goes through the coaching notes and gives everything like that. And also gives you access to all the stuff that we do here at Mayhem. So the at-home workouts, the life class, the endurance class, the running class, the spin class, the kids, the preteens, and the teens. So CrossFitMayhem.com/programming to get yourself or your gym on our programming.
It's good stuff. If you want to get better,
Yep.
and I'm not even kidding.
No.
I've got multiple people now that have working through the mindset course, and then they've jumped on board and changed programming.
Physically and mentally.
Yeah, and they're getting better. You want to get better. It's good programming.
Look at back when I first came here. I feel like I've gotten so much better.
No question.
Oh my gosh, I still remember the pegboards and everything.
You sound so excited about it too, Haley.
Oh yeah.
I remember when I first got
Dial
here.
the energy up a little, Hales.
I first got here, and now I'm so much fitter. And
Yeah.
Thanks, Mayhem
remember
athlete.
For having my back. Yeah. Oh, now you're so fit. It's silly.
apparel, we got new apparel, bunch of new Prey shirts.
This is my favorite shirt ever.
That one looks
Bunch of-
good.
What else we
I
got?
like the tie-dye
Hats.
ones.
Oh yeah, I do too.
No
No
hats.
hats.
No new hats.
Hey, when do we get these
Froning
into the
Farms,
storm
right?
hats?
Into the storm hats are coming soon. That's Froning Farms. We'll double up on that. We just tested some new bison sticks as well. Barbecue, some teriyaki, and a Cajun
good.
stick.
Ooh.
And then also they figured out how to do the biltong in a stick. So
Oh.
it's super lean.
Interesting.
Yeah, really good. So
This is
I always
so
thought
good.
biltong had to be it doesn't have to be a bison. It can be a cow.
it can. What?
I don't understand what it is.
It's the process of how they do it. They
Ah,
dry it a
okay.
different way. It's a South African process.
I haven't
it
had any of the biltong
It technically
yet.
can be done with any animal. The salsa salsa verde, real
What do-
good.
what
The
do they
Tennessee
do?
smoke is good too, but it's got a little heat to it.
Okay.
I don't 100% know. We're making a video right now of the whole process of how that works and why it's so much different and so much better. It's a whole lot better. It's more prime cut of meat. That's why it's a little bit more expensive as well. So you got to actually it's like a really good cut.
I gotcha.
Good to
But
know.
yeah, so Dre's got a bunch of new shirts, new stickers.
New Mayhem athlete
The
shirts.
stickers
New
are so
Mayhem
good.
athlete shirts.
The light blue one.
The light,
It's really cool. It's
yeah,
my favorite.
The blue with the red, or the red with the blue. Red
It's
with the blues.
it's like whitish gray Mayhem athlete across the front.
Yeah.
Ooh, I haven't
it's
seen
like
this
light
yet.
blue. It's
Are
nice.
these available yet or no? They're coming.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, they are?
And then
Alright.
there's the mustard
The
yellow.
mustard
I like
yellow.
mustard.
Ooh,
I
that
know you don't
looks
like
good.
that, but I like the
I
mustard
love
yellow.
yeah, I
that
just don't
one.
look
That
good in
looks
mustard.
Yeah, isn't it like white or something?
Yeah, it's white and black
I
logo.
like the red one with the blue. The blue outline.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a
Brian
good
was
one,
wearing
too.
it yesterday.
Yeah. Those are cool.
Yeah, shout out to the boys and girls over in the coffee shop, Buffalo Brew. This new cold brew
Oh yeah.
is legit. It's some of the best stuff I've ever had.
The bottle brew.
Yeah, the bottle brew.
Really?
If you're anywhere near here and you want something that tastes great,
They're
And-
also about to nitro brew it.
ooh,
Oh, cool.
that's gonna happen. Ooh,
Because what was your go-to for a while, Silver?
nitro.
Okay.
Yeah, nitro's good. We're about to have nitro here. Real nice.
I'm on a. I don't want to get too deep into it, but I'm not going to Starbucks. I'm done with those people. They're out.
Yeah.
So-
Infringed on your rights.
I was gonna
I'm
say,
just
take
kidding,
some
sorry.
freedoms. We're big on freedom in this group. So
Listen, you gotta be upfront with what you want me to do. You can't tell me in the middle of the process. That's the thing. So,
After you pay.
so my nitro, yeah, like I
So
can't.
you had to go. Sometimes it's good to get things mixed up a little bit.
Honestly,
you know?
though, if you go from this coffee or good coffee shop, like small batch
For
coffee
sure.
stuff,
For sure.
back to Starbucks, you realize how crappy their coffee
Yeah.
is, and just it's burnt. I don't know how you go back to Dunkin's or anywhere else. Honestly, after you
Dunkin'.
have like coffee with real flavor,
now
everything
you're
hurts
hurting Haley's heart.
Huh?
Guilty pleasure.
Yeah, I don't know. See, everything else just tastes. I like to taste different things in my coffee and like different. Taste the bean, whereas
Yeah.
I feel like with Starbucks or anywhere else, they just burn the crap out of it to where
This
you can't
cold
taste
brew
it.
has like a blueberry at the end of it.
Yeah, a little
It's really
little
nice.
twang to it.
Yeah,
Good twang.
Good
twang.
twang. Not,
What was
a
it?
wang.
Not a wang, but a twang.
Oof.
Well, good.
Haley, what's your deal at like Dunks? You got a thing over there. I don't want to hurt your heart. I mean, I
They're
know
about to
you
go
love-
away too, right?
What do you mean?
Closing 800
What?
stores.
Really?
Are they
Oh,
closing the
wow.
one in
On the list?
Crossville?
Yeah.
Hopefully
I don't
not
know.
that one.
Probably.
I don't know, me,
'Cause
Ben
that's
and
like in a
Tasia
gas
just have
station.
a Dunks thing, on Thursdays. That's our thing.
It's our
Okay.
Thursday thing.
So it's not really
Special.
Dunkin' Donuts. It's
Well, I have
more
to
the-
say, now that I used to just always go to Starbucks, Dunkin' is way better than Starbucks. I never want to go there again.
It's not
Honestly, I
the
don't know if
price.
I've ever had Dunkin' Donuts
It's way
coffee.
better than.
But I feel like
It's
just
like
mass-produced coffee is just that.
How do they-
It's
Yeah, I mean,
mass-produced
it's like
coffee.
I usually
obviously
get
it's not like a
matcha, though.
luxury, but it's good enough. It's, I mean, $2 for,
Yeah, it's so cheap.
I mean, a big dirty cup of coffee.
A big dirty
Big
cup.
dirty.
So
Oh,
I'd
gosh.
rather have a small, really good cup of coffee.
But sometimes the cold brew is like mud. Me and Jake call it the black sticky icky.
The what?
Black sticky icky. Like, he'll call me like, he'd be like, dude, Starbucks is spitting out straight black sticky, or Dunkin'. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get some today.
The black sticky.
And dude, that stuff, you drink this much of it, and you're scratching your neck like you're sweating.
Oh, my gosh.
Gross.
I do love me a good cafe.
But I guess I need to try Dunkin's. I've
Yeah.
never had Dunkin's. But like I said, I just like smaller batch coffee or smaller.
Well, you need to go with
Third
them. Like
wave
after
coffee.
Bob's, they always go over there.
Yeah, I usually have my kids though,
No, that's true. That's good.
and I can't drink coffee. Like every time I come in here to podcast, I'm like, I'm not gonna drink any coffee. It's too late in the day. And then every time I drink coffee, so
What's your coffee
doesn't
cutoff
really-
time?
And those are your best days.
12,
Yeah, I try not to
12:30.
after 3.
Really? I mean, I'll have coffee right up to 7 o'clock.
really,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't.
It doesn't keep me from sleeping, really. That's probably
I haven't
why.
tried it, but I don't want to try
Cut
it.
off
Right.
after like
I hate
4.
not being able to sleep.
Yeah.
Like I get so frustrated if I can't fall asleep.
I did not have those problems, man. I can go out. Like
Yeah.
30 seconds,
most
I'm
of the time
out.
I can, but sometimes it's hard to like shut my brain off, or if something happens like right before bed, I'm like, oh, like you get stuck there.
Yeah.
I like all my Whoop data, my sleep data, because I mean, my wife is like I just lay down and then I'm gone. Like
Yeah.
out.
Me too.
She's over there struggling, trying to get to sleep. I'm just
Yeah.
Kathy gets so mad because, I mean, almost as soon as my head is, like, my latency time is like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
3 minutes.
yeah.
That's crazy.
I get there at times. Like I'd say 8 out of 10.
wonder what
I'm
mine
like
was.
that. And then sometimes I just lay there and then like my brain starts thinking about,
Yeah.
oh, what do I got to do tomorrow?
Yep.
What's the
I don't even
training
know how you
like?
sleep with all the
Oh, it
children.
spirals.
I lay on my phone for an hour on TikTok.
That's how Haley shuts down.
That's your
at night.
problem.
That's yeah, for sure.
I try to limit the screen time at night. I do
No, I have to
my
do
little
that to
study
fall
at night and
asleep.
that's it. But then the worst is like if Trice falls asleep, I'm like, man, I got to get to sleep because he's going to be the one to wake up every morning. Dad,
How early does he get up?
hey, Dad, on get out.
Oh gosh.
Hey, Dad, get me out. So like this, finally put a stool next to the crib so he climbs out.
Oh,
This
nice.
morning he goes, I'm gonna lay with my dad. And then he
little
just,
accent
he
is
just
so
sits there and he's just, this is my dad. And I feel him just smacking my face.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yep, you're my boy. This is my dad. And then Violet comes down. She's like, I lay at daddy's bed with her little voice. This is my dad. And then they fight over. No, this is my dad. No, this is my dad. And they're just fighting and smacking me in
Oh,
the
gosh.
face. It was great. That's how I woke up this morning.
That's awesome.
This is
It
my
is.
dad.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh.
He
It's
wants to
great.
be connected to everything that you're doing.
Yeah.
100%. It's so funny too to watch him get all offended. Like he's just a little tiny kid.
Yeah.
But he really figures that whatever is in that barn is his
Yep.
because it belongs to you.
Yep.
And
His
he
his
doesn't-
strong stance is my favorite. When he comes in and he does
Yeah.
like muscles about things. What did he do today? He went by you and did the muscles for some reason. I can't even remember why.
Well, he was playing
hilarious.
today. He had like the paintball mask on, and he was going from good guy to bad guy. Good guy to
Yeah,
bad
'cause
guy.
we started watching Avengers. He loves the Avengers now, and so he's like,
He cracked me up when he walked out in that Superman costume.
Oh, man,
that was
that
so
was
with the
hilarious.
muscles in it.
full
Oh.
sprint, full
Did you see the
sprint.
cape in the wind, like, flapping?
Is that when he fell? He
Yeah.
was
I
running.
hate it. I mean,
He was
full
going
sprint,
all out.
stepped in a hole, face rolls, gets up, takes off, sprint again.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
As long as you don't see it or you don't
Yeah.
acknowledge.
Yeah, I don't ever react to
Yeah.
it. Hillary.
Well,
reacts
Violet
to
was
it.
right behind him with a cape too.
Yeah,
it
she
was
had a cape.
awesome.
I'm Batman.
So good.
I'm Batman.
Oh, it was so,
So
cute.
good.
I'm Batman.
Oh my gosh. They're so funny. Yeah, they're good at like hitting the dust and then getting right back up.
Yeah, for
Multiple
sure.
times today. Like even Violet, she had two left shoes on and she'd just like bite the dust and like no problem, just got up.
Today,
No.
you know, when you guys were finishing, Taylor, my daughter, was there.
she was
and,
great.
And she's,
Yeah.
well, she's not, she doesn't know what it
Yeah.
is. And so she's concerned. Trice is falling down. And,
Yeah.
and she's like, no, don't move.
fine, he's
Leave him
fine.
alone. He
Yep.
will not cry.
He's
He'll
fine.
get up.
Dusted off. Yeah,
He tripped and fell into the rig, got back up.
Oh gosh.
I just the thing I struggle with the most is like when they're whiny.
Yeah.
Like they get whiny and I'm just like,
Yeah.
stop it.
And they have like,
I'm horrible, and I know it, and I'm like, man, control yourself. So I'm just like, stop
Control
whining.
yourself.
He's like, pick me up. Just no.
And they don't quit too.
Nope.
They can keep
it going.
They can just keep coming
Yeah.
until yeah.
That was actually a TikTok thing. It was like when being a parent is a drinking game, and the lady was like, every time she heard the word mom or dad, because kids, like, it's just relentless, you know.
I will tell you, like, so I have a technique, and I'm not recommending that anybody do this at home. I'm just saying this is what I did. And so I had a ton of experience with little kids. I taught martial arts classes with kindergartners.
You sprayed him with a squirt bottle, didn't you?
No.
I'm just kidding.
And then I taught a Sunday school with kindergartners and first graders for years. And so, look, I want you to understand my heart was not to injure anybody, but children they're resilient.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So whenever a kid would get around me and they would whine, I would push them over. But I would do it in a manner when the kid didn't realize he was going over. So the little kid would come over. Look, I had a Sunday school class with 40 kids.
You couldn't do that nowadays.
And no, you could not. You couldn't do any. I'm just listen, people, whatever. But and then in Taekwondo, like seriously, this kid gets up and he's whining and he's just all of a sudden wham, he's on the mat. And I look around like, like I don't know what happened. And every time that kid whines, he ends up on his back. Now, I'm not trying to hurt them.
Yeah.
But then they get figured out, I should not do that.
Yep.
Like, I somehow fall on the ground all the time every time I whine.
God keeps striking me down.
I'm telling you, it works. I mean,
All right, I'm going to try it.
I'm just telling you.
I'm
So,
going to shove Trice's.
that, boom!
Funny.
Just let me just say that that's not mayhem mindset
No,
stuff.
no.
That's not, I'm not recommending it.
Or
Shoving your toe
support
in
any
is
of these
not
decisions.
part of Jim's program.
It makes me think one time, Trice whining about something, whatever. I can't remember what it was. He was just 9 times out of 10, they're not whiny, but when they get tired, they get a little whiny, whatever. Trice whining, won't stop whining, won't stop whining. Violet walks up to him, 2 hands right to the chest, knocks him on his butt. Just like, what the hell's your problem, bro? Like, just walks up, looks at him, like, what that? Boom! And he's down. This was a couple months ago, but
Those 2 kids together do so well.
together.
And what's crazy is sometimes I've even seen them like I saw Trice one time hand a bunch of stuff to Violet to hold for him.
Yeah.
And she holds it for him while he gets up and does the one
Yeah.
and gives it back. They're like totally doing their
yeah.
own little
Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are.
Bonnie and Clyde. Yep.
good
They're
stuff.
what they call Irish twins, if they
Yeah.
call them, within a year. So
Yeah.
they're awesome, but
That's
they're
good stuff, man.
wide open all the time. Especially Trice is just destructive. Like for the triathlon, we went and stayed with Chase and Brittany. I took Lakeland. I was like, I'll take her with me and let her kind of hang out and get some time by herself because she likes some one-on-one time when the kids aren't around. And so she's awesome. It's incredible, the difference. Like, you just pull her away from those 2, incredible.
Yeah.
And so, like, we're out. We went to get we were just getting groceries and stuff for their house. Lakeland's like, can I get a stuffed animal? I get scared and I forgot mine. I was like, yeah, let's get something. She's like, can we get something for Trice and Violet? I was like, nice, yeah.
Aww.
And so I got Trice's little Ninja Turtle, like Beanie Baby Ninja Turtle. Give it to him. He's already ripped. It was Donatello. He already ripped the staff out of his hand.
He's already
He's
like,
almost ripped his bandana. I'm just like, dude, you just got that. What is your problem?
he's ripped to pieces.
Ripped it all out. He's like, fix
gosh.
it. I'm like, I can't fix it when you break everything.
Oh my
Just
gosh.
destructive.
It's awesome though.
Fun.
He's all boy, wide open.
They
good
like
stuff.
rowing too. Yesterday.
Oh, man, they
we were
love
eating-
her.
Yeah.
All 3 of them is so funny, shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
And they're all like, baby. And Lakeland's like, I think I can hold her. And so she holds her and tries to I can hold her too. I'm a big boy. And then he just like her and like pulls her. And I mean, Rowan loved it. She loved the attention.
Yeah.
But it was funny.
And then Violet was just like patting
Yeah.
her cheek. Like, just.
It's like, I mean, I guess she is a baby, but I feel like she's not a baby.
Yeah.
'Cause she can like walk around.
Yeah,
and
she's a toddler.
She's capable.
She's a toddler.
How far did Violet row with you today? She was on your lap for forever.
590 meters. I was like, are
grinning
you done?
from
And
ear to ear.
she's like, no.
No,
Just
she'll.
just like,
yeah,
and
she
there were
loves
some
it.
of them, like, she was like wanting to pull more. And I was
Yeah.
like, all right, you do
Yeah,
it.
she'll pull.
This is like the assisted, It wasn't until you left and she thought the gum man was leaving because you're like a gumball machine.
Yeah.
She's like,
Nope.
'Cause I was like, you're going to go 1,000? She's like, yeah. But it wasn't. Then the gum left, so she left.
That's good stuff.
It's solid overall.
Awesome.
Ugh.
I'm gonna be cool with like my stepson and his wife are having a baby,
Oh yeah.
so I'm gonna be a grandpa, and we're trying to like.
You don't know boy or girl yet, right?
It's a little girl.
Little girl.
Little girl.
When does she
You got
do?
practice there.
6 months maybe, something like that.
Okay. That's going to be so fun for you.
I'm really excited about that. I'm freaking out about the idea of being a grandpa.
What's your name going to be?
No, my daughters told me they want me to be Grandpa Doodah.
Doodah.
And then,
What?
yeah, they're just messing with me. But then that's not what kids do. I would be Grandpa Doo-Doo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, you let the kid pick. The kid
Yeah.
needs to pick.
I think I'm just going to be Grandpa Jimmy.
Grandpa Jim.
Just, you can call me Jimmy.
Grandpa Jim.
Grandpa Jim.
What movie
I don't really want
is
to be
that show?
Grandpa.
Grandpa Jim.
Papa Jim, maybe.
I was going to say like
Papa, like that.
Grandpa Jim.
Yeah.
From Couples Retreat.
Yes.
Grandpa Jim.
Yeah, Grandpa Jim. That's where all that's from.
Yeah.
What'd you call your grandpa?
Yeah, they're all dead.
Huh?
They're
I
all
said,
dead.
what did you call them?
They were dead.
Oh, sorry.
You never knew your
Yeah,
grandparents? Really?
No,
Any of them?
the one grandpa was a horrible human being who I wanted to kill.
But he was already dead.
No, I really wanted to kill him when I got
okay.
around him the first time. He was a horrible human being, and
Oh, okay.
the first time I ever got around him, I really wanted to kill him, just knowing
So
who
his
he
name
was.
was just irrelevant. You
So it didn't matter. And then
Okay.
my other grandfather died when I was very little. So
okay.
The girls call me Papa though, always for whatever reason.
I see. I feel like it, and I don't. Of course, my mom's a bit of a diva, but my parents like boycotted the name grandparent. Like my dad is Big John. He's Big John.
I like that.
And mom was Big Nora.
Big Nora.
So, I don't know how that happened.
My kids call Dad
Yeah.
Papa, and my dad's dad Papa. Okay. And so we had to differentiate, and so it went Big Papa, and Lakeland started calling my grandpa Baby Papa.
Not even little baby.
I don't know, like, if he just like is smaller than my dad, or
Baby
like.
Papa.
So she started calling him. Yeah, when they
Papa.
were little. So now it's stuck. Where's Baby Papa?
Oh, okay, that's
Okay.
funny.
And Big Papa.
That's really
I'm just
cute.
like, because I Papa is Papa to me, even though it's
Yeah.
spelled Papa, like P-A-P-A, but we
Right.
call him Papa. We always have.
Right.
And my grandma was Mimi, was her name.
Isn't that your mom's name for the kids too?
It started out as Grammy, went to Mimi for a little while, and then it was back to Grammy.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
know. And then I called my mom's dad Grandpa Finn. We didn't really know him. He was pretty sick our whole lives. And then we just called Grandma Finn Violet. When we were kids, we called her Grandma Finn. Now hey Violet.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's Violet.
Yeah.
She's like 4'9", 4'10".
She looks like a violet.
She's awesome.
She looks
She
cool.
has a direct line to God, I'm pretty sure.
That's
I mean,
so awesome.
Yeah.
She is like one of those elderly women that it looks like you want to have a conversation with her. Like, she
Yeah.
just looks cool. Like,
She
I feel
live in
like she could
Michigan?
walk around in a
Yeah.
brooch.
Yeah.
I think kids have to pick that out. I think
Yeah,
that's a
yeah. I
kid.
don't
The
think
kids got to
it's-
figure
I
that
didn't
out.
Yeah,
get
it's
to
like, hey,
pick.
what are we gonna call you?
Yeah.
You
Yep.
didn't get to pick?
What were yours?
Say it.
Grandmommy and granddaddy.
Oh, yeah.
No.
What did you just say?
Grandmommy and granddaddy.
Oh, grandmommy.
Granddaddy?
Granddaddy. Granddaddy.
Granddaddy? Granddaddy?
Little North Carolina coming
What do you
out
call
of you
yours?
there.
Yeah.
I call my grandpa Paul, my dad's side, and my mom's side we call him Grandpatrick. His name's Patrick, so we call him Grandpatrick.
I like it.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Did your dad come to the race yesterday? Didn't you say he was going to try to?
No, he was going to. He's actually. We got a hotel room. We thought he was gonna stay with us, and then he backed out because he said he snores too loud. He didn't wanna bother us.
There's nothing to watch.
I told him that too.
Yeah,
Like
that's
Hillary
not-
showed up, and I felt bad. She showed up, she missed the end, like the only part you could see.
Yeah.
She felt. I was nice that they came, but I was just like, really, I honestly, there's nothing to see.
Yeah.
Like you can't see anything.
not
Dad,
a
I wanted him to go
bystander-friendly
just to like
sport.
A, give Tabitha some company,
Yeah.
and B, to help her with rowing.
Yeah.
But I mean, Tabitha, she went to like 2 targets. She didn't even. I mean, she didn't even show up until like 30 minutes after the race was over, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's totally why I didn't come. I was like, I'll never see any of you
No.
guys. I mean,
No.
it'll be.
It's not.
It's more of the pre-lead up, and then maybe some transition help. But
Yeah.
like Chase had a guy helping him on transit. Chase like, I forgot my gloves. That he came out of the swim, I guess. And so the guy went and grabbed his bag and just threw it by the road for Chase, which is illegal.
I was gonna say, that's not legal in-
Should have been
For sure.
docked 5 minutes for sure.
I was
No,
going
I'm
to
kidding.
say, at least 30 seconds.
And he said he just dumped the bag out. Chase just dumped his bag out, found his gloves, and went. So
What was Jake? Lockhart was saying something about he was wearing headphones or something, and that's
that's
illegal.
illegal.
That's
You can't wear
illegal,
headphones. Yeah. I don't understand. That's
What
a
is that
stupid
about?
rule. I guess because you need to be able to hear or talk, but it's like be able to put one headphone in. Like just say make it one headphone.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
you
a
know
good
what?
argument. It's
Yeah.
just about being aware of your surroundings.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Because otherwise people
it was
would
fun.
not be.
I would definitely do that again.
That's awesome.
cool as far as triathlons go.
I want to do this California one.
That's
Have
good
fun.
stuff.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
What time we at, Ben?
59 minutes.
Oh man.
Wow.
Well, we need to get a RP.
RP strength.
Yeah.
It's time for
RP.
your ads.
We don't have any new ads, Ben. RP Strength, they got the new diet out, or the app out. They've actually fixed it to where you can put in intermittent fasting. As much as Nick hates that, I haven't even told him that I did the triathlon without doing it fasted.
That's impressive, honestly.
Honestly, I felt
It
great.
is actually.
Like,
But I made sure to hit my calories the day before. Like, that's the big thing for intermittent fasting, and with RP mixed with it is like I know what I need to hit, and if I hit those numbers the day before, I feel completely fine. Or even since I knew I was going to do a little bit more that morning than I usually do in a morning session, I went a little bit heavy on the carbs for sure, and so felt great.
That's
but
awesome.
if you want the inside or want to use the RP diet, use referral code Froning for 33% off. If you want to do inside tracker as well, I believe it's the same code. But test your blood, test all that stuff, make sure you're good to go. This is the time of year to do it because it's relatively off season for some of us, not all of us, but
for
some
Hales.
of us, except for
month.
Hales.
1 month out.
1 month.
One
Literally
month.
today, yeah.
1 month. And so, cool. Kettle Bros popcorn, try it.
So good.
Like it. It's good. It's delicious. You can't not eat the whole bag. Ben, what you got?
Little advice for the listening audience.
Did you keep your medal? Your wood?
Oh yeah,
Did you?
I'm right first on it.
I don't.
Actually told Jake.
He did. Hey, Ben won his age group.
Oh, Ben!
Yep, first place.
Outstanding.
Tell him how many were in your age group.
Just me. Just me. I still haven't told Jake. Jake asked me how it went. I was like, dude, I got first place in my age group. He's like, wow, really? I was like, yeah. So it was
Oh,
pretty
that's
tough.
awesome.
Don't say a
I
word.
never even told him.
Don't say a
No,
word.
don't. Just leave it. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That's great.
Was there-
He's like, somebody came up, or Rory, he'd like taken the picture of all the times and stuff. He's like, Ben, you won your age group. Ben's like, yeah. He goes, how many were
I was
in
really
it?
surprised.
He goes, how many were in it? He goes, one.
Just me.
It's still good.
I wish people would have done it though. I wish there would have been more
I know,
people my
yeah.
age, just
Yeah,
so I
just
could
to
see
kinda
where I
see.
stack up.
Yeah.
What were you overall, did we say?
31st, right? Or 30th? Which I don't know. How many was in there?
I don't even know. But they don't have the people who withdrew on there either, I don't think.
I thought Jen told me it was like
I
80.
feel like, I
There's
mean,
45.
obviously,
There's only 45 on the score sheet.
I mean, you can't argue with like the placings, but the whole time I was thinking, I was like, if this was dry, it'd be a totally different ball game.
Yeah.
And if I had a bike that wasn't like the stiff back or whatever you call it,
I
think I
hard
would've-
tail.
yeah. I don't know.
Stiff hardtail.
The old
Hard
stiff
tail.
back.
old
You were
stiff
31st overall.
The old Trek stiff back.
I think I would have been a lot better because the swim and the run were cake. It was just I couldn't stand up.
Yeah.
I was getting so mad.
But listen, you brought home the win.
Yeah,
did,
you
that's
got
right.
You got the W.
Tabitha's actually
so
cut out a first place vinyl sticker for me to put on the medal.
Nice.
That's
Fantastic.
legit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one can ever take that from you.
Yeah.
Nope, it's yours forever,
Just
Ben.
like Tasia's coffee cup. Now Ben's got his
Yep.
wooden, what did
Medal.
you just call that? Stiff back.
Stiff back.
old stiff back.
Oh, stiff back
stiff back
first
bike.
place.
The old wooden
Dude,
stiff
the chain on
Winner.
my bike too. I mean, until it like popped off, and so now like third gear is second gear.
It's not the greatest of bikes. It's
Yeah.
a giant, not that great. So
I mean, it got the job done.
We'll
I
have to get you
appreciate
a better-
them use
we'll have to
it.
get you a better bike. I mean, you can borrow it as much as you want because I won't use it. All right, with that,
That's it.
that's it. That's all we got. Haley, you talked so much. We didn't really give you a chance to. Sorry.
It's okay.
What do you
I
gotta
really
say?
like it when Haley's around.
What do you
though.
need to say, Haley? What do you want to say? What do you want the world to know? What is your favorite TikTok? Dark TikTok? What is your?
Oh shoot! Let's not
That's
talk
how
about
I
it.
was-
Let's-
No,
That's
no.
why
Let's give
that's
Haley a
why I
couple
was
minutes.
laughing.
Let's give Haley a
Frog
couple
talk.
minutes.
Frog
Okay.
talk.
Frog talk?
Is that that's what it's called, right? The dark side TikTok.
Yeah, that's the dark side of TikTok if you see frogs.
Frogs.
Yeah.
I don't
Right.
understand any of this.
Right now I'm on dancing TikTok.
Yeah, there's a song we were
Is
discussing.
TikTok going away?
It is.
No.
How do you feel
Supposedly.
about that?
It's being banned.
It's not going away.
You know,
Someone's gonna
TikTok
buy
taught
it.
me.
How do you
This
feel
week.
about?
Someone's gonna buy it for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
But if somebody didn't, how do you feel? What would you feel? Sad?
Yeah, I'd be pretty sad
You
because
angry?
I'm pretty invested in
Angry?
like
sad.
there's people my age on there that are in houses kind of it's called like the hype house, the sway house, and I'm invested in all their drama. So I wouldn't have anyone really to follow.
What will you watch at night
That's
before
another
bed?
drama.
What will you watch before bed?
I don't
If it
know.
goes
Like
away.
even like on YouTube and stuff, I watch all their vlogs. All these cute boys that live in the
I heard
sway
that-
house.
Doesn't like Post Malone have a girlfriend or something? Are you
Yeah.
not like crushed?
Yeah,
And I feel like,
No comment.
is she
No
not?
comment.
And she doesn't even love him for who he is.
I don't think so, but it's not my business.
What did you say? She's using him for what? What
I
was
think
your money?
clout, but
Clout. For clout.
Clout.
She's using for
Ooh,
clout. So
that
she's
makes
just
me
posting
understand.
about him.
I think she's clout chasing, but that's
Clout
not my
chasing.
business.
Clout chasing.
Yeah. I've never heard of that.
cannot. I'm gonna not be able to deal with when my girls are your age.
Oh, it's gonna be so worse.
Actually, the truth of the matter is,
It's gonna be
like,
worse.
like for sure, if they're like her.
Oh, 100%.
Like-
If my kids end up like you, I'll be fine. But
I didn't have, like,
these conversations though. I won't know what to do.
No.
No,
I already don't know what to do. Sometimes.
No, I get it.
because like I
For
really
sure.
didn't have like a iPod until I was maybe in second grade.
They weren't around when I was in second.
That's what I'm
grade.
saying. Like they weren't.
Had a
That's when the
boombox.
iPod Touch came out. Was when I was in second grade. But now kids have it like when they're born. You know, like they always have access.
I
to
spent like a decade coaching like 17, 18, 19, 20-year-old young women. So I have some experience there. And by far, she is for sure, absolutely one of the most clear-minded,
Yes, for sure.
not
But she's
weirdo
still
emotional,
19,
but
yeah.
she's still
Oh,
19.
yeah. I
As
still act
far
like a
as
child
like
sometimes.
emotional intelligence, she's above. But
Yeah.
then you start talking about TikTok and
Yeah.
her love for
I'm
Post
still
Malone,
getting
and then I'm
my,
like,
teenage years
I can't
in.
get behind this.
No, it's hard to even understand.
I don't.
I
I
even
feel
know
like
what
I
she's
have to
talking about
keep
half the
that
time.
though, or I'll grow
Yeah,
up too
for
fast.
I don't want you to grow up too
Yeah.
fast. I think
You don't want that.
You're fine. You're
No.
doing good.
Grow up,
Keep
Peter
dancing.
Pan. No, you're fine.
Tinkerbell.
You're 19.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
You're 19. It's okay.
good.
But I still don't understand. I don't get it.
Yeah. And
Only
I
the
don't
cool
really feel
kids
like you
do.
shouldn't even try.
No.
We just need to keep her,
Yeah,
from going off the road,
for sure.
the rails.
Hopefully that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
You're doing
You're
okay. When
grounded.
does school start? What's
The
going down?
24th.
I heard you're moving into your own place.
going-
So you
yes.
had like a huge breakup with the. Huh? You can't talk about it. You don't want to put it out there.
You don't put on Dark Talk
Okay.
No.
Dark talk.
on Frog Talk. You want to Frog
Okay.
Talk?
So we were.
I should
Frog talk.
make a spam account.
It just didn't work.
Yeah, it didn't
Just
work.
leave it at that. She got her first lesson
and
in
now
roommate.
I'm moving into
Don't tell them where.
an
Not
apartment.
tell
No
anybody
details.
where.
No
A
details.
new apartment by myself.
Okay. No, don't even
With
say
a
that.
fabulous pool.
Okay.
Okay.
That's too much.
Hey, she's
yes.
moving in with somebody, not by herself. You don't tell
Okay.
people that.
Has a pool.
That's my fault. I kind of set her up there. I
And
apologize.
Yeah,
then-
but still,
Right.
it wasn't.
It's gonna be great.
That's it.
And then I start school the 24th.
What is going on? I'm
gonna
sorry,
crush
people.
it.
But I'm doing online because basically all the classes got switched online anyway. So
And you figured out what you're gonna major in, right?
yeah,
That's
except
so
there's
cool.
one problem.
What's going on?
Tech doesn't have a dental hygiene program.
No.
Don't they have like a pre?
Yeah, I'm doing that
Okay.
now, but
Okay.
that takes like
But you
no
haven't
time.
picked out. That's awesome.
That will take like a year and a half because I've already gotten some credits towards it. So
Okay.
I don't know. what I'm gonna
Everything
do.
will be online by the time that happens anyway.
Yeah,
so it
that's why I'm
doesn't
like
matter.
I'd rather just start now.
So like maybe like in a year or so, can you like clean my teeth? Will you be certified to be able
Probably
to?
no. So you have to do like
Adam, my
pre-dental.
cousin's in dental school.
Yeah,
I
he's
was just
gonna
thinking
be
after
the-
a workout at the barn, she could get her tools out while you're getting dry needle. I can get my
I
teeth
don't
clean.
think
That would be
they'll
great.
be that.
It's not
The
really how it
hygiene
works.
wouldn't be that good around the barn. But.
Yeah,
Oh,
I just
okay.
feel like that's what kind of what I want to do because I want to do it in like pediatrics though because I feel like I can slightly.
Oh, that would be a nightmare.
But I know, but I feel like I kind of have like a spot
My kid
in
has
my
to be
heart.
sedated.
I was gonna
to
say,
I
go.
isn't
know,
that what
but
you do?
that's how I was.
But think of how good Haley would be with little kids, though.
Because
she's
I
so
feel like
calm.
I know though, like
Yeah.
I was in their shoes
Well, how
too.
hard is
Yeah.
it if you just
doesn't have
sedate the
she
kid? The
doesn't
kid's
have an assertive mom voice though. It's like, hey,
But you're like, it's okay, sweetheart. Just
No,
chill
Yeah,
down.
see, she's sweet.
I feel like
It's
you
gonna
just
be perfect.
you just sedate them and they're laying there and you clean their
true.
teeth.
That's how
How
I
hard
was.
is that?
I'm
I
like,
tried to
Haley,
get-
Haley, what are you doing? Yell. Okay.
I can switch it though. Like I have to actually
I've
think
never
about it
once
though. Like
heard-
it can get dark. Yes,
I've
it
never
can.
heard your voice get over that decibel
No,
level.
I've switched it before. Remember the other day I did.
Remember the other
I think
day?
I just have
Let's
like
hear
a
it. Let's
high,
hear. Let's hear your adult voice.
like this.
Oh.
Like that.
No,
But
talking.
that's too much. That's too much work.
Haley, I want you to pretend like I'm your roommate and you don't like me.
Whoa.
And
Pretend
no,
like
and
he
then
bought a
just
dog
tell
and
me.
didn't tell you. That's what I
Yeah.
want you to do.
Okay. I don't really appreciate what you did.
Wow.
Yeah.
She can turn it
That was
on.
pretty good.
Well done,
All right, now
Hales.
let's go next level. Pretend like I pulled your cat's tail and he's freaked out, he's
Oh,
angry,
no,
and I was
Okay. If you ever touch my cat again,
nice. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. She ratcheted it up. I was just trying to come up with something that would make her. If you ever touch
It would be interesting to hear you like yell, like
We should have started
yell,
this
like get
earlier.
mad.
No, I think
yell.
I can definitely have a mean, like
Oh,
nasty
okay.
side. Like,
yeah, you can. Look at that. Look at those eyes.
Yell.
The only time we
It's
ever
the
see
look.
this is when she goes to compete.
Compete, yeah.
Then you
I
totally
don't
see it.
know,
Like,
but it's different there. It's not like a mean.
it's not
That's
mean.
an intense.
It's intense.
It's just
Yeah.
like focus.
I get it.
RBF.
Yeah.
Resting
that.
Haley face.
But I think you'd be able to tell if it was mean. You should be able to at least.
We should make an RHF shirt.
Wait, a
Resting
what?
and, tractor Trice shirt.
Tractor Trice,
Yeah,
yep.
there's a lot of drive.
There's a lot of opportunity there.
Yeah. All right.
That's good stuff.
Well,
Good job, Haley.
Yeah, good job,
Yeah.
Haley.
You're awesome.
Sorry, we didn't include you until the last 5 minutes. Sorry,
okay.
everybody. I know everybody wants to hear Haley, but there it is. You got Haley.
Here you go.
Ben, conspiracy theories? Anything you got? You want anybody?
Free
Does
Britney.
anybody need to get woke about something right now?
Free Britney.
I'm so glad you asked.
Okay.
So the appeals court nixed Hillary's trial. They said that she's given 11 hours of deposition. So it's all over. And guess who appointed that? Barack Obama.
Oh.
So that's
I'm just
facts.
waiting on
Not
that
Send
one
your
lady to
complaints
die.
to Ben Davidson at.
No.
I'm just waiting on
I'm
that
just- I just
one
want
lady
people
to
to know
die.
now.
Now, what's
Now
her
you're
name?
gonna die.
Giselle.
Well, I'm not suicidal. That's what everybody's saying. That comes out with this stuff. So
Gosh. Oh man.
yeah. So
I can't wait for the YouTube comments on this one.
Hey, bring him.
Is that's what you got? That's,
Yeah.
That's our Ben. We got to come up with a
That is sad though.
a
you
daily
know? Like why would they do that?
conspiracy.
I like it.
Ooh,
Ben
conspiracies.
Conspiracy.
There you
That's
go.
good. That's
It's not
good.
just a coffee drink.
I was gonna say this drink is actually Ben's conspiracy theory.
Yeah, but this is a Ben-spiracy.
A Benspiracy.
Benspiracy. I
That's
like
even
that.
a better name for
It's a
this.
new shirt. Yeah,
Wait, Ben.
Benspiracy.
The new segment.
Then August
There should be a
27th is in 10 days.
What?
August 27th. I don't want to say what I think's gonna happen that day, just because
But
it'll
I'm
get
on,
tacked
I'm
down.
on August
but-
27th top 2.
What? You on bar? Come on. What you got?
A Benspiracy.
Oh, perfect plug right here.
Yeah. What do you have, Trice? Is this a Froning Farms bison stick?
Wow.
Yeah.
like,
I would go as far as say it's not just your farm; it's your family.
It's a whole. It's a lifestyle. It's a way of living.
It's a way of
Oh
living.
gosh.
What did he just say?
Yep. All right. Then hey.
Oh,
Stop
went
saying
with
that.
that.
You want soap? Hey, you want soap? You want soap? You want me to get soap?
Oh, wow.
All right. Peace.
Oh.